everyone, guys, Stanley, and welcome to Let's Play the Stanley Parable. Now this is a Half-Life 2 mod. So like, it got some story. I've been trying to get this game to work for about a month or two. And finally I managed to get it to work. I'm gonna play it. There we go. It's kind of it. Okay, let's just look at the intro first.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor next to his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
That must be boring.
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
That must be
and
boring.
Then one day something very peculiar happened.
I knew that would happen.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Tell me about it.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on a monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Hi.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Really?
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and walked out into the hallway.
Okay, so this is a game?
Stanley decided to go to the staff lounge to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Okay, so this is a game where you have to make sure you can actually choose how the story ends, and that's actually amazing. Like, it has, I think, a total of 15 endings. So that's
when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
In this video, I'm actually going to follow all these directions, and I'm going to create another video after the next one, because the next one is going to be Amnesia Custom Story. I'm not going to tell you about it. You have to watch it by yourself soon. I will make a video completely out of my like, if it says to go left, I'm going to go right. So completely how it's not supposed to go. But I'm going to follow his directions right now. Radiator. Okay, so now we're here.
Stanley entered the lounge. He was horrified to find not a single person.
No one is here.
He decided he would walk up to see his boss, hoping that he would find an answer there.
Okay, give me water. Okay, not then. Thank you very much for giving me no water. Okay, like here.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You know, when you're here, you just want to not follow his directions. But I'm going to do this video like that. Tons of endings. Oh, hey boss, why is there no boss?
Entering his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I'm the only one? What?
That he began to feel dizzy and a little sick, and even thought he might pass out when suddenly he noticed a keypad next to the filing cabinet in the corner of his boss's office. Stanley had never seen this panel before and had no idea what combination of numbers would produce any result. In fact, only Stanley's boss knew this, since the panel withheld access to the boss's greatest, darkest secret, and so he had assigned the keypad a combination that only he could possibly know. The number of his freshman dorm number in college.
Oh wait, you don't tell me.
197.
I think I know the passwords.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Okay, 1975. I didn't know. 1795. I don't remember anymore. What was the password?
Stanley just sat around
Oh,
twiddling
what?
his thumbs.
Access?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons
Yeah,
on the
random
keypad,
buttons.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Yes, I am
Stanley
amazing.
ventured forth into the newly opened passageway.
I already did. You're slow.
As he drew deeper into the bowels of the building, Stanley had no idea where he was or what this place held. And just as he began to think he might not discover a thing, he emerged into a long room to find
A long room.
rows and
Rows of monitors. Screens with a number above it.
Stanley noticed, however, that these were not random numbers.
That's
the
me.
number of employees who worked in the building, his co-workers.
And me.
Even his own number, 427, had a place on the wall. But why is
I'm
setup
on
so
TV,
elaborate, he
Mom.
asked. Was this simple surveillance or something even more? And as if in answer to his question, the wall slid open before him, revealing the ultimate truth of the situation.
Wow. This is big.
An enormous control panel Stanley discovered, but not one that controlled simple machinery. Buttons were labeled with emotions.
Wow.
Happy, sad. Levers and knobs controlled actions. Walking, eating, doing work, or watching TV.
This guy is
Every
crazy.
input on this device monitored not
How
the
to control
functions of a
everyone.
machine, but of a human being. And the reality began to sink in. Stanley, like so many other people, reduced to images on a monitor, had been under someone's control.
Yeah,
always
under
at
my
the
control
mercy of
now.
This machine. Could this have been the only
The
reason
screen is
employee
broken.
number 427 was content with his boring job? That a machine had altered his emotions to accept it blindly?
Yes.
He began to feel an unbridled rage, and at the peak of his anger, something happened. A spark.
What?
Stanley looked up and saw the generator overhead,
Oh, a generator.
still providing some small amount of power to the machine, keeping it alive.
Wow.
And knowing that this generator was all that kept the controls running, Stanley moved to the ladder in the back of the room and began to climb towards the rafters.
Which ladder? Oh, I see one. Let's go up on adventure. This game is actually really well made and really good voice acting.
The higher Stanley climbed, the closer he felt to freedom, the further from enslavement.
Yeah, I'm going outside, baby. Okay, there we go. Okay, even here, you can still mess up the game. You can disable the generator or turn it back on. So even now, while you're so close to the end of the game, you can still mess it up. But we're just going to disable the generator. Because I'm such a good boy. Okay. Okay, what's going to happen right now?
Blackness,
Blackness.
power gone,
Power gone.
all alone,
All alone.
and then...
What? Oh, still. Oh, I can go outside, but I don't want to. I want to go back to my room. Oh, I cannot. Damn it. Okay.
As he stepped through the door into the fresh outside air, a feeling of liberation
Liberation.
rushed through Stanley's body.
Freedom.
He had seen power. He had seen enslavement,
And I
he
destroyed
had destroyed it. The underling was in control now. He had found his leading role.
Yes, I did.
Stanley never discovered why everyone had gone missing, nor how and when he had come under the machine's control. But it didn't upset him terribly, because he knew that this was how things were meant to happen. All he felt was a delight unlike any he had ever known before.
This is
Never
really,
again
really
would he
good
follow
voice
someone
acting.
else's orders without question. Never again would anyone tell Stanley where to go, what to do, or how to feel. No more bosses. No more instructions on a screen. Stanley decides for himself now. And and he stepped out into the world, and he felt the cool breeze upon his skin, and Stanley was happy.
This game is so well made for an indie game. And this is a mod to a game. This is really well done. Well, you know, it's just a mod. Okay, written and created by Devin Reardon. Narration by Kevin Brightney. You were awesome, Kevin. Remastered by Colin Eddings. I cannot pronounce names. Additional optimization and modding, Lyle Miller. Additional materials, S. Brown and CNCR, I don't know what. Music. Any other name? Oh, there are even translations for the game. But there's no translation to my country, so that's why it played in English. So this was the end. It's over now. It's not the only story you can play in this game, like I already said. If you want to see another story in this game, please let me know in the comment section, and I will make a video on the complete opposite of what I did now. So completely not follow any of his directions. And I hope you liked it. If you did, click that button, and I hope I'm going to see you all in the next video. Bye!